First and foremost, on behalf of Mayor Anthony Copeland and myself, Chief Jose Rivera, I want to welcome you guys here to the East Chicago Police Department for our swearing-in ceremony for our 4 new officers. Today starts a great day for our new officers. They've been with us for a few months now. So our department, we've always hired early so that we could get them acclimated, not just to the department, but to our community. You know, part of being a police officer, you have to have a lot of training, but you also have to know the community that you're working in. So that's why we hired them early, so they can work special events for us, get to see what we do for the community before they start policing that community. So one of the things that we like to take pride in here in the East Chicago Police Department is how low crime has been dropping for several years, consistently. Just recently, we put out a press release showing that our homicides have dropped 69%. That's huge. I've been with the department 27 years, and when I got out of the department in '98, we were averaging 19 to 20 homicides per year. That's huge. That's a lot of death. That's a lot of sadness. And part of our job we always have to remember is to protect this community. And there is no answer of how to get rid of crime. If there was, a lot of us would be rich right now. We wouldn't have a police department because we'd be selling that idea to everybody. But there are ways to keep your community safe. So 5 years ago, when I was appointed as deputy chief, one of the things we worked on was how do we lower crime? We know we can't get rid of it, but we know we can lower it and make this department safer. So we worked together, and part of it was training. You have to train your officers. You have to give them the proper training, and number 2, you have to give them the proper tools. So that's something that we began doing, giving them the proper training, giving them more training, giving them tools, and then more importantly, support. They're not gonna do their job without the support of the administration, without the support of the first line supervisors. So that's something that we promised and we've done. And then you now see, 2 years ago I was appointed as chief, now I stand here today, and you see that crime is consistently going down. You see the homicides are going down. That's not something that I did. I'm not out there every day. Right? I'm not driving that squad car every day in the middle of the night, 7 days a week. No, that's what the patrol officers are doing. That's what my detectives are doing. But they're doing it, and they're doing it well because of the training and the support and the tools that we give them. That is why we're able to stand here and say homicides have dropped 69%. That last year we had 4 homicides and we solved every single one of them, bringing justice to the community. Another part of our job. They always say serve and protect, serve and protect. How do you prove that? And we've proven that time and time again. And last year was a great example of, yes, we can't stop people from committing crimes, but we can do our best to prevent it. And that's what we've done, and that's what we're getting good at. And now as we swear in our 4 new officers, that's what we're expecting from them. We expect a lot. You know, we expect you guys to go out there and do your job. Not just put on that uniform and go on Facebook, oh, look, I'm protecting and serving my community. You know, I'd be pretty and cute, right? No, we actually get your hands dirty. You're gonna do your job, but we're gonna make sure that we give you the proper training, the tools, and the support to do it. So I expect you guys, just like you expect me to give you all that, I expect you guys to go out there and do your job. This Monday, they're gonna start the academy. So I don't know how much they talked to you guys about what we've done to them in the last few months. We hired them early also because we want to prepare them for that. Our job is not just emotionally, a lot of work emotionally that goes around, but also physically demanding. Yeah, you go through an emotional roller coaster doing this job, but every day is physically demanding. You don't know what that day is going to bring you. So it's our responsibility to make sure you're able to handle it no matter what happens. One day you might not do nothing, the next day you might be chasing people. Last night we had a car pursuit in the middle of the night. Nobody expected that. Last night 2 burglars were caught inside of a steel mill stealing thousands of dollars in copper. Again, giving the officers the training and the support they need to do their job, and that's what we expect from you guys. You never know what's gonna happen, how your night's gonna end up. And we started off to a busy year already. Good year, but busy. And what we've done for them, we've actually had them going through a strenuous workout routine. I know they don't like their sergeants as much for doing it, but when they go to the academy, they're gonna see why it was done. Why we did this was to prepare you for the academy. Then when you get out the academy, that you're prepared here to start protecting our community. You know, once you go on duty, you never know what's going to happen, but it's my job to make sure that you're prepared, and I think that our supervisors and our officers have done a good job in preparing them so far for the academy. And then when they get out the academy, they're not done with training. They got 4 more months of riding along with our officers to learn the community and to learn the job and to apply what they learned at the academy to the community. So again, this job, people take it for granted. You know, they put this badge on and they think that now I have all this power, you know, and I can do whatever I want. No, we're very strict with how you conduct yourselves, because wearing this badge and this uniform, you're not just representing your family here, you're representing your family here as well, us. For every mistake you make, we're all looked down upon. They remember our mistakes more than they remember the good things we do. So that's why we're so strict when it comes to your conduct. We want you guys to represent yourself, your family, and us as a whole. We're the only profession where if you make a mistake, the entire profession is talked about. Something can happen in New York City, and I can hear it here in East Chicago about how bad we were because of what he did in New York. This is the only profession that does that. And that's why your conduct is so important. And that's why it's important to treat people like the people here to your right, like your family. When you approach people here in the city of Chicago, when you go to a cause, you're seeing people at their worst. Nobody calls the police because they're having a good day. When they call us, it's because they need us for something. They're at their worst, and you have to take that into consideration when you're dealing with them, because they're not going to have the best attitude sometimes. Nobody's happy to get a ticket. Everybody been ever happy to get a ticket? Ever happy to get pulled over? No, you're going to feel a certain way, and you have to remember that it's not personal. It's not personal. That's just how they feel. They're emotional. You're the one that has to remember what you're doing and why you're doing it, and that the next steps you take is going to be a reflection of yourself and this department. So that's why we always ask you to remember to treat the people that you come in encounter with the way you treat your friends and family, and hopefully you treat your friends and family nice. I know some people don't, but I hope that you do, right? So right now I'm going to introduce our mayor and welcome him up to say a few words. So Mayor Copeland, if you could please come up.
Well, let me start off by welcoming everyone here this morning. Again, another beautiful class. They get handsome, more handsome, and more beautiful every time they come. But the one thing I want to start with, Chief, I had about 12 bullet points here. You stole about 10 of them, okay? But the one thing I can look the family members and friends and future wives or girlfriends and boyfriends that's here, I can assure each and every one of you that we will protect your most valuable, treasured thing on this earth. We pride ourselves on that. We pride ourselves, like the chief said, on training them. We pride ourselves on letting them acclimate into the community because they have to serve and protect, like the chief said. But I want the family to know, I want to look you in the eye and say that I will give them everything they need. I was a fireman for 27 and a half years, so I know what it is to go into a situation that can take your life. And it takes camaraderie and it takes training. But the same way you've sent them to me, that's the same way I'm going to send them back to you. That I can assure you. Let me start off by also saying that something that the chief, one bullet point that you missed, I've been married 14 years and crime has gone down for 13 years in a row. That's every year. I don't mean 2 years and then it skipped over year. I mean 13 years in a row out of 14 years I've been married, crime has gone down. So that means down, under another lower number, under another lower number. So for 13 years, and not too many communities in Northwest Indiana can say that. And again, there's no I in team. I don't attribute that to myself. I attribute that to the men and women who wear the blue and go out there and serve and protect every day. Also, we've invested heavily in training and technologies. You go to any intersection in this city, you go to any park, you go to any of our buildings, we have cameras where we monitor everything. We don't have somebody at a screen just watching like Big Brother, but anything that happens, we can play the tape back and look when something happened in the city. We have 1,200 cameras across this whole city that we can monitor the city, that help them. We have when you shoot a gun in the city, we can tell you within how many feet?
Within 15.
Within 15 feet where that gun was shot off. So now, and then that signal goes to the police cars. Instead of them saying, oh, maybe it was 2 blocks down, they know exactly where to horn in and go in, and that has helped. New technologies and computers, again, you couple that with training, you couple that with leadership, and this is what made this department prosper, and this would have made this city feel protected, and also what we pride ourselves on, keeping our city clean, because when you have a clean city, then people attribute that with a safe city. So when you couple both of those, the city of East Chicago have been truly blessed. But I tell each of you, young men and women, that you cannot look above the people, you cannot look below the people. The people you serve, you gotta look them right in the eye. And you have to respect them, because you never know. When you treat them with respect and you get to know them, some of them may warn you in a situation that you can be walking into danger. So the way you treat them and the love and respect you give them, you will receive it back tenfold. I guarantee you that. That's what I've learned as being a public servant. So again, one of the greatest jobs I've ever held is being mayor of this great city. This city is 132 years old. She's old, but she's still beautiful. So I would tell each and every one of you, when you go out, you are a reflection of the chief, you are a reflection of me, you are a reflection of the city as a whole. So serve us well. That's all I can tell each and every one of you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Before we start calling the names up, you have an opportunity right now, if you still want to work here, to stay. After all was said and you want to leave, there's 2 exits for you guys to take if you don't want to work here and accept that responsibility. I'm assuming by you guys sitting, you're going to accept the responsibility. So at this time, we're going to call you guys' name up one at a time, alphabetical order, not of order of importance or anything. We don't do that here, of course. So we'll call you up. You guys will come up here. You will sign your life away to us.
Chief, you want me to swear me in on 4-1?
You want to do that first, the swearing?
Yeah,
okay. Well, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get you guys sworn in. So if you guys can all please stand.
Come a little closer so I can see your eyes.
Let's get you right here.
That's about close. I'm going to say I, and then after I say I, then each of you are going to say your name. Okay, that's one. I,
Jason Granick.
Oh, Scott Mills.
Jocelyn Mathis.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Indiana,
of the State of Indiana,
the laws of the State of Indiana,
the laws of the State of Indiana,
and the ordinances of this city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and will faithfully
and will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a probationary police officer
as a probationary police officer
for the great city of East Chicago,
for the great city of East Chicago,
according to the law
according to the law
and the best of my ability,
and the best of my
and this
ability.
one to look you in the eye. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
You guys can have a seat.
So, you want to go?
Yeah.
Or you going to give the badge?
You can call him out there.
Okay. First up, and again, I mean, I love all y'all. Don't get me wrong. It's just the order of things. The first one, Aiden B. Kranick. And if I say your name wrong, attribute it to my head, not my heart. So. I like that.
Congratulations, Chief.
Nathaniel J. Irons.
We'll do it now. So you're gonna sign.
Officer Craney, you belong to me now.
Sign here and sign here.
Jocelyn S. Mendez, come forward, please. Chief, what Michael Jackson said, the girl is mine. Huh?
Congratulations. Thank you. That's only two.
No.
My baby.
Last but not least, you see your baby? My baby. Last but not least, Scott W. Mills, come forward, please. All right, Chief, like they said, the Indy 500, start the engines. They're yours.
So before we end, another round of applause for our 4 new recruits. So again, congratulations. Now you're officially sworn in to the Chicago Police Department, and Monday you'll start the academy. I know we've told you time and time again, don't embarrass us. All right? Don't embarrass us at the academy. But no, we wish you guys luck. I know you guys are gonna do great. To this point, you guys have been already guided, and you guys been molded to be prepared to go to the academy. Now it's all on you. We're not gonna be there to hold your hand. You probably won't even see us for weeks. You now belong to the academy starting Monday for 16 weeks. After those 16 weeks are done, we're hoping you graduate, and there'll be another graduation where you'll officially get your police powers from the state of Indiana, and then you'll start your career here with the Chicago Police Department. I know that sounds kind of weird because you are working for us, but you technically don't start protecting this community until you graduate the academy, and then you finish our field training. But during field training, you're gonna be out there being the real police. So I wish you guys nothing but luck and success, and again, congratulations, and again, make us proud at the academy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.